The man you see there is named William Joseph Cancel. He is an American, and he went to the Ukraine to fight alongside Ukrainian soldiers in their battle against the Russian invading army. And he was recently killed in battle. I'm not sure what happened to him, but whatever the case, he went to the Ukraine and he was killed. He's been widely lauded as an American hero by many on Twitter, and I have no problem with that. He saw a need. He felt he could help. He volunteered himself. He knew it was dangerous. He did it anyway, and he ended up getting killed. So under those circumstances, I think the term hero is proper. This kid here went to Kenosha, not the Ukraine, like a lot of people have been telling him he should, but he went to Kenosha. He saw a need. Businesses were being burned down. Business owners were requesting help. And he felt that if he showed up and helped guard businesses, and then he carried with him a little medical bag, he could help protesters who were injured, that he could do good. In other words, he felt there was a need. He volunteered himself. He knew it was a little dangerous. I don't think he understood how dangerous it was at the time. But whatever the case, he went into that community and he was attacked. Now, my question is that why do people keep saying that he didn't belong in Kenosha that night? If this man belonged in the Ukraine, then why didn't this kid belong in Kenosha? Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
So we could read some of the tweets here. First American soldier to die in the Russian war against Ukraine was of Puerto Rican descent, born in New York. A true American hero. Rest in peace, U.S. Marine and American free world hero, WIlly Joseph Cancel. There goes a better man than any of us can ever hope to be. The first American to die in the Ukraine was not white. Like, dude, who cares? He was Latino. Oh, wait, all of a sudden, they're Latinos when they do good things. But if he had just robbed a liquor store, they would have said he's a white Latino. Okay, we understand how that works. He lost his life helping others, not based on heritage, but based on need. WIlly Joseph Cancel did not grab a mic to ridicule others. Rather, he grabbed a rifle to fight for those the greatest need, a true hero. And by the way, I'm not mocking him, okay? I'm mocking the whole sentiment here that this man is a hero, but Kyle Rittenhouse did not belong in Kenosha. American citizen and former Marine WIlly Joseph Cancel died fighting alongside Ukrainian forces in the Ukraine. I like to put the definite article in front of Ukraine. It just makes it roll off the tongue a lot easier. Rest in peace, my hero. So let's talk about this kid here a little bit more. He's in Kenosha. He has ties to Kenosha. WIlly Joseph Cancel has no ties that I can tell to the Ukraine. As far as I know, he's never even been to the Ukraine before. And he obviously must have crossed state lines to get there. But what is the criticism of this kid? He had no business in Kenosha. Never mind the fact that he worked there. Never mind the fact that his father lived there and that his best friend lived there. That's not enough. The fact that he didn't have an actual residence in Kenosha means he can't go to Kenosha to help them. He crossed state lines to go there. That's not exactly true, but whatever the case, WIlly Joseph Cancel certainly crossed state lines to get to the Ukraine. Why is it all of a sudden okay in that circumstance? In truth, Kyle felt that there were no adults there to help. He saw a need. Businesses were burning. Emergency medical services was gone. They weren't coming in. And the police were not doing anything either. So he felt he needed to step in and do something for the community. The people, the real culprits, are the ones who created the situation where he felt he had to do something. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, wait a minute. The other dude, that William Joseph Cancel, he's a Marine, highly trained. He knew what he was doing. He's a veteran. And this kid stepped into a hostile environment with no proper training. He's never been in the military. So that's how they're different. This kid took a lot more chances than the other guy. But my only response is, Kyle's still alive. Willie Joseph Cancel was killed in combat. Therefore, I fail to see how Kyle's training was not up to snuff when he emerged from this completely unscathed. Well, not completely. He did get a blow to the back of the head. But whatever the case, he's still walking around. So why is one a hero and not the other? I'll ask that question. For the record, I don't consider Kyle Rittenhouse a hero. I really don't think that helps him, but I certainly don't think he did anything wrong. I think he did the right thing. He's not a hero in my book because I don't think that he really quite understood how dangerous the situation was that he stepped into. But whatever the case, I mean, he walked into a situation he felt where he was needed. Just like Willie Joseph Cancel went to the Ukraine because he thought that they needed him. This is called a commitment to community. What's really crazy is that if Kyle Rittenhouse was black, the same people that are criticizing him now would be all over themselves saying, you see, you don't have to be a member of a community to help another community because we're all one big community. They would have been all over that. It takes a village to raise a child. We can't just ignore the plights of our fellow citizens and other communities. We have to help them. They would have been gushing over that ad nauseum. But because Kyle is white, he doesn't belong there. He should have stayed home and let the city burn. Because ultimately, they wanted him to stay home because they wanted the city to burn. This is all about power and authority. They want the freedom to go in and burn communities down at will. And little white kids showing up with AR-15 rifles are stopping them from doing that. And that's ultimately what pisses them off. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.